Hey guys, so today I wanted to kind of get into how to break into the telecom construction industry, um, kind of the ins and outs of the hiring process, what options you have for different careers down the line, what kind of money you can make, what your resume should look like, stuff like that. I'm a foreman at a telecommunications and power contractor. I work on a project that's mainly underground. I can't really get into specifics because I signed a really strict NDA. Um, but I'm just going to let you know what telecom construction looks like, and hopefully this helps you out. I just want to say, fair warning, this doesn't apply to every state. It's pretty much going to be on a state-by-state basis, and it can even vary between companies. So let's just say that you're fresh out of high school, or you're fresh out of line school, or you just want a career change in general. So um, probably if you're that fresh, you're going to be applying for a groundman job or a laborer job. Um, you're really just going to be assisting the people who are doing skilled labor like linemen or operators or fiber splicers, whatever that could be. Um, so I know that at my company, groundmen make anywhere between 14 and 16.50 an hour, something like that. It's pretty simple to get into that. There's not a lot of requirements. I know some companies want you to have a commercial driver's license, but I know a lot of others don't. So it's helpful if you do have it. It's going to be a lot easier to get a job with that. I know that you could probably make more money doing something else, but in the long run, it would definitely be worth it to get into a trade where you have room to grow. So you have a groundman job, you have a year plus of experience. Your options pretty much are you could become a telecom lineman, hanging strands, climbing poles, working out of a bucket, things like that. Or you could also become an operator. Operators generally, from my experience, make a little bit more than linemen. It's anywhere between 20 and 24.50 an hour. Basically, you're just going to be running machinery, backhoes, mini excavators, stuff like that. You're definitely still going to be doing labor. I have yet to see an operator that doesn't get off the machinery and actually help people, so that's a good thing. And then fiber splicers, you could become one. I know that some companies will pay for your school to go. It's somewhere in the range of $2,500 or $3,000. And at my company, they're making about $35 to $37 an hour after they're certified and all that stuff. So there's definitely good money to be made. And then, of course, after a few years of experience, then you could become a foreman. A few more years, general foreman. Foreman at my company start at about 25 an hour, and then moving up to general foreman, it's about 29 to $30 an hour. So yeah, for linemen, I would say it would be helpful to go to line school. It's not a requirement, but it definitely helps. They want to see that you have, wood pole, steel pole certifications. They want to know that you can safely climb poles, stuff like that. So, I guess I'll get into more about the hiring process and what that might look like and what people are looking for, or what I would look for and do look for in resumes for potential candidates. So, I mean, the most basic thing, and you'd be surprised, is spelling and capitalization. It's pretty ridiculous that there's adults out there that cannot spell correctly, even with spell check. And they don't even capitalize their names. It's a little bit ridiculous. That's pretty much a hard pass for me whenever I see a resume like that. It shows that you have no attention to detail. It's just ridiculous. So, some other things are relevant work experience, obviously. Really depends on the position you're applying for. I'm not going to hire a operator, say an operator one, which is somebody that's supposed to have 5+ years of experience. I'm not going to hire you if you've never ran equipment in your life. That's just crazy to think. So don't apply for a job if you have, no experience doing it. The only exception I'd say is groundman. You can apply for groundman positions straight out of high school. It's no big deal. They don't expect you to have experience. Yeah, so other things, certifications, it's always helpful to have maybe an OSHA 10, CPR, AED is always nice. I know a lot of companies will provide that for you after you join. So, say you just got your first job as a groundman, straight out of high school, line school, etc. Things that you should probably do are number one, keep your mouth shut, listen. I don't want somebody on my crew that's going to talk back to me or act like they know everything there is to know, because you obviously don't. I've been doing this job over a year and I don't have half the knowledge that some of these guys with 20+ years of experience do. So don't act like you know everything. That's probably my number one pet peeve, is people that want to think that they know everything there is to know and that they don't need your advice and that they can handle everything on their own, because 99.9% of the time that's just simply not true. I definitely want people on my crew that take initiative. I don't want to have to be telling people what to do 24/7. I don't have time for that. I have enough stuff to do. Another thing, you got to be a problem solver. I can't be getting a phone call from you every single minute of every single day. I don't have time for that. I guess another thing is just being a team player, because it's a pretty dangerous job depending on what you're doing. You definitely need to be able to trust the other members of your crew, and I'll say that's one of the best things about the job, is the brotherhood that you get with some of the other people. Something to think about before applying for these jobs, or going to line school or anything like that, is this is really, really hard physical labor. I mean, it's very exhausting. Sometimes you'll pull 80-hour weeks. Sometimes you'll be switching in the middle of the week from days to nights. It can be really, really tough at times. So if you're not a mentally tough individual, you let people get under your skin really easily, it's probably not for you. You really got to be able to handle smack talk, stuff like that from other people. They love to get under your skin. They love to make fun of you. That's part of the job. You're just going to have to deal with it. That's just construction in general. But it is nice to pull some overtime sometimes, but it can definitely be pretty mentally exhausting and physically exhausting when you're, working 70, 80 hours. So just keep that in mind. So I hope some of this information helped you out in making your decision. I will say this is a very rewarding career path. It's crazy to drive around a city and know that you built a lot of the infrastructure and that you're the reason that a lot of these people, hospitals, police departments, have internet service, stuff like that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer anything. And this was just kind of a general overview. I didn't really get into specific details, so if you guys want another video that's a little more detailed and gets into the nitty-gritty, just let me know and I'd be happy to make one. Thanks.